The Architecture of Collapse, a strategic and occult economic briefing for sovereign minds. This is Ancient, and this is Ancient, the Architect TV. Today's lecture is not entertainment. It's not a podcast for passive listening. It's a briefing for those who need to understand what world we are actually living in, economically and metaphysically, and how to move with clarity and power during its collapse. We're going deep into the real system, not the headlines, not the influencers, not the political slogans. We're talking control systems, monetary architecture, and the initiation of a new financial priesthood. Let's begin with what the world is right now, not ideologically, but structurally. The system you were born into what it actually is. The global financial system you were born into is not capitalism. It's not even free market economics. It's a layered control mechanism designed to do three things: extract human energy through labor, emotion, debt, and consumption. Concentrate ownership of productive assets into elite financial and institutional hands. Sustain mass compliance through psychological control, digital distractions, and economic dependency. The goal of the system is not productivity, it's compliance. Core features of this architecture. 1. Fiat currency as controlled scarcity. Your money is not backed by gold or labor, it's backed by debt. Its supply is controlled by central banks, not your community or output. When central banks expand the money supply, you get inflation. But wages never keep up. The system is built to ensure you never actually own your time or labor, only rent it back, month by month. 2. Credit creation as power concentration. Only banks can create credit from nothing. When you take a loan, they don't lend you deposits. They create new money into existence and charge you for it. This means the financial class owns time, because debt equals future labor obligations. This is a debt-fueled form of technocratic feudalism. 3. Taxation as harvesting ritual. Taxation is not primarily for public services. It's about maintaining dependence and behavioral control. Taxation directs your economic energy back to central institutions, not community infrastructure. In metaphysical terms, taxation is a harvesting loop, a tithe to false temples. 4. Monetary policy as ritual engineering. When central banks change interest rates, inject liquidity, or buy assets, they're engineering mass behavior. Low interest rates equals increased risk appetite, equals increased debt slavery. This is ritualistic control through incentive architecture. People aren't coerced, they're seduced into debt. The system is breaking, not accidentally but cyclically now. Let's be clear. What we're seeing right now, economic crisis, geopolitical fracture, AI acceleration, is not a glitch. It's not a failed system. It's a predictable phase in a civilizational control cycle. Every debt-based, centralized empire ends the same way. Excess debt accumulation, decline in real productivity, collapse of middle-class purchasing power, loss of trust in leadership, creation of new enemies to redirect blame, control transitions into digitized, programmable systems. This is exactly where we are now, where we are right now. The 5 pillars collapsing. Let's get clinical. These are the 5 systems currently in breakdown mode. 1. Monetary economic system. Unsustainable debt, sovereign corporate consumer currency debasement through money printing, trust in fiat currency, declining central banks introducing CBDCs to reset the system with more control. 2. Domestic political systems, widening inequality, educational gaps, cultural fragmentation. No longer left versus right, now centralized technocracy versus decentralized people. Democratic systems failing because consensus is impossible under stress. 3. Geopolitical order, unipolar world, US-dominated ending rise of resource-backed alliances. BRICS, Eastern Bloc energy partnerships. Trade as weapon. Food, oil, tech chips, currency flow 4. Acts of nature, infrastructure unprepared for climate events. Water scarcity and food volatility are next-tier economic battlegrounds. Catastrophes increasingly used as pretext for centralized power grabs. 5. Tech acceleration, AI, outpacing social adaptation, surveillance capacity, increasing exponentially. Tech elite replacing both labor and management class, hollowing out white-collar security. What comes next? The replacement system. This part is crucial. The system that's breaking isn't going to vanish. It's going to evolve into something worse, unless you're prepared. Here's what's being built. 1. CBDCs. Central bank digital currencies equals programmable money, capable of tracking every transaction, imposing expiration dates on money, blocking access by social score or political behavior. This is not a conspiracy. It's already in pilot phases across dozens of nations. 2. UBI and neo-feudalism, universal basic income, will be used to pacify unrest, but it will come with behavioral conditions. People will trade freedom for stability. Ownership will become a privilege, not a right. Everything will be rented or subscription-based. 3. AI, plus algorithmic governance algorithms already decide creditworthiness, job hiring, insurance rates. Next phase, algorithms decide access to economic participation. What you need to do now. Let's keep this simple and strategic. A. Financially own real assets, gold, land, food production tools. Learn privacy-oriented crypto, not hype coins. Learn cold storage. Exit consumer debt cycles. Build your own income stream now, not later. Practice budgeting as energy discipline. Stop money leaks. B. Intellectually. Stop reading reactive news. Read strategic material, long-wave economics, civilizational cycles, energy plus infrastructure, geopolitics. Start a pattern journal. Record what's happening, plus what it means symbolically or historically. C. Spiritually. You need a daily ritual of command over your energy. You need to align spending, time, and information with inner purpose. You need to raise your frequency, not through love and light, but through clarity, command, and consequence. The economy is not just breaking, it's initiating you. You were never meant to serve it. You were meant to see it clearly, master it, and build outside it. This is not about surviving collapse. This is about becoming the living replacement for everything that's falling. This is Ancient the Architect TV. Now go study, go build, and prepare the next layer of your sovereignty.